There's a new Wes Anderson movie out, guys. Asteroid City. Now, I missed his last two movies. The Isle of Dogs. I never got around to watching that. And what was the last one? The French something? I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I had no idea that even came out. I'm like, how did that?
I haven't seen it.
How did I miss that one?
It's been in my watch list for a while now. I just haven't gotten around to watching it.
But no, I really like Wes Anderson. The Royal Tenenbaums, Life Aquatic, Moonrise Kingdom. I love Grand Budapest Hotel. That's like one of the best comedies I've seen.
Yeah, that was great.
That one's perfect. And even the Fantastic Mr. Fox is great. So yeah, I saw that this was coming out. I'm like, you know what? I really want to see Asteroid City. I like Wes Anderson. I like his quirky style. And as you can tell by this poster, it stars every actor who's ever lived, apparently. It's just everyone. Everyone's in the movie. Did you think of an actor? They're in the movie.
And there's a lot that they don't even say on the poster. There's like
there's more than this. Yeah. There's more than this. So the movie is basically, how to sum this up. It is a play that is being televised, and like the color sequences are like what the play is, the story of the play. And then there's black and white sequences that are like the production of the play, and which are also like a backstory about the writer and stuff. And we see how those two universes kind of cross over. For example, they cross over unexpectedly sometimes. Like, for example, Bryan Cranston's the narrator, and he's just in a scene and he realizes he's not supposed to be there and then just awkwardly shuffles away. I had a great time with this today. I really enjoyed it. Where did you guys fall? What do you think, Joey?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I think the set design is really cool.
Yeah.
It's probably the best I've seen in years, besides like that Harry Styles movie, Don't Worry, Darling. But I do feel like the movie didn't really make an effort to like explore any deeper of like the stiff characters. Sometimes that dry delivery was really funny, but in like the more dramatic moments, it just didn't fit really. And half the people I asked loved it, and the other half of the people hated it. But Scarlett Johansson did fantastic, like always. But I feel like everybody else was almost like trying too hard to be like a deep Wes Anderson character, if that makes sense.
Well, a lot of them are his regulars, like Jason Schwartzman. He's been doing this for a while.
That's true.
Yeah,
since Rushmore.
Gil, did you see more than the first 30 minutes of this?
I saw less than the first 30 minutes.
Oh.
I saw the trailer.
What did you
I
think
love
of
Wes Anderson. I really want to see this, but I'm in the middle of a move. That's why I'm doing this out of a WeWork, unventilated WeWork phone booth.
What a very unprofessional setting. Can you guys see my
for hack the movies? I mean, come on.
Can you see my dad's like eagle shrine in the background? Wyatt, did you see this movie?
I didn't, but you actually kind of sold me on the story, because I didn't get any of that from watching the trailer.
The trailer,
like the play and stuff.
Yeah,
that
trailer
sounds
doesn't tell you much at all. Adam, where did you fall on this one? I know you love art house stuff.
Yeah. I'm very hit and miss with Wes Anderson. I think a lot of people are, except for his diehards, and they're gonna absolutely love this movie regardless. I don't know, man. The first 20 or so minutes, I was fully invested. The visuals were so good. The set design was amazing. The costumes. But then as it just kept going, it kept getting deeper in the Wes Anderson, style. I feel like he's almost a parody of himself now. And it's kind of like Joey said, it's so hard to connect with any of the characters. And the movie is in on its own joke as far as the plot goes. It's like, let's just have all the characters jump up and start chanting, and nothing really matters at the end of the day. All the world's a stage sort of thing. And like you said, half the people will love it, half will hate it. I was in a theater with 12 people, and 2 different couples left during the film. So I stuck it out, but I don't know.
One guy left in my theater, and I was so happy because he was a bigger dude, which is fine. I can't throw stones, but he was breathing so loud.
Like
and
Fatty McGee style.
He was like 2 rows. He was 2 rows behind me, and I looked up. He was on his phone for like the first 10 minutes. I think he was like me today. I spent all day in the theater today. I think he was just hopping around on movies, but he was breathing so heavily. I'm like, man, this is a very quiet movie, and I can hear him vividly. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite Wes Anderson thing. I think the whole point of the story is like people don't really know like I guess it's about the meaning of life or like what is the meaning of things. Yeah. And the characters don't know, the actors playing the characters don't know, and they're just having fun with that whole philosophy there. The alien is my favorite thing in the world. That whole scene with the alien, which is like
yeah, that's the thing is there's parts of this movie that are freaking great, but I think as an overall package, it just kind of misses the mark as far as pulling at anything deeper than the superficial level.
If I had just paid full price for a ticket, and the whole movie was just that 5-minute scene of the alien just like having to pick up the meteor and not expecting people to be there and being real uncomfortable, and the movie just ended 5 minutes later, I'd be like, that's movie of the year. Okay, I'm out. That was perfect.
I did really like Tilda Swinton too. I liked her kind of like charm in this movie, and she was so excited about everything the explorers were coming up with. That was very cute. I like that.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Like I said, it's got a solid cast. If you like his quirky style, you'll probably like it. If you don't like his quirky style, you're probably gonna hate it. Yeah. But even hardcore Wes Anderson fans, I want to see like where they land on it, because it's not as good as his other stuff, at least to me. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. As I was leaving the theater, this old couple was like, "That's the weirdest movie I've ever seen."
You haven't seen Beau is Afraid.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm like, I want it to be like, lady, that's not even the weirdest movie I've seen this year. Yeah. This isn't as good as Beau is Afraid. That's still my movie of the year. It's still my movie of the year.
I like Beau is Afraid more too, and I still don't even know if I like that movie.
I've been waiting to see it a second time for my
invested the whole time. I'll say that.
I didn't want to give people the impression that I didn't like Spider-Verse, but I was gonna tweet like, just walked out of Across the Spider-Verse. Beau is Afraid is still the best movie. But that was mostly just because everyone was like, it's the greatest movie I've ever seen. I'm like, nah, Beau is Afraid is way better than that. I will say the trailer, there was a trailer that played before this about like the aliens that are watching humans as a reality show. Did you guys get that trailer?
I don't know. How many trailers do you get before? What is the running time for trailers before movies where you go?
Oh, dude, I get like 5 or 6 trailers, and then that stupid Nuvi thing if it's Regal.
Okay.
My movies never start on time. It's always like a half hour afterwards.
Okay, I was just wondering if it was a me thing, because our Regal is seriously 30 full minutes of trailers.
Yeah,
same as on.
So now I try to actually show up late now for movies because I've seen these trailers so many times. It's annoying.
Well, now that I'm like super close to a theater, I have to start thinking like that, because before it took me a while to get to my theater. So I was like, all right, I'm going to show up late anyway. And now I'm like, oh God, I showed up way too friggin' early. I got recognized in my theater the other night.
Hey,
this guy looked.
Your mom was there?
No.
Don't even hack the movies.
She's wearing your shirt with your face on it.
Right there.
Those are coming back to the Retroware store. Stay tuned. They will be online probably after this next event. We'll get them up there. No, some guy online, he's probably going to be listening to this. He like looked at me and he's like, you have a YouTube show, right? And my new go-to now is if I'm being recognized like not in an event or something, my default is no, I'm just a regular guy. I work at the business factory doing papers. And then I look around at everyone and I go, I'm definitely not a very important famous YouTuber. I work at the business factory day and night working on my forms and files.
Very humble.
And then I went, yes, it is me. Let's take a picture. And then the girl behind the counter, I had to look at her and I'm like, I'm not that famous. Don't be impressed. And she's like, we had one of the guys from Impractical Jokers here once, and he was like kind of mean. So I'm the best famous guy who's ever been at that AMC theater, I guess. But yes, all right. That is it for Asteroid City. I liked it. Joey liked it. Adam hates art and only likes Shia LaBeouf movies.